Time to join our man at the movies, Colin McFadden, live from Eclipse Cinemas in Bundoran. I know he's a day late, but there's a big reason for that because a very, very big movie has been launched today. It opens today. It is Avatar 2.
Avatar 2, The Way of Water. And you know the way Hollywood are. They're going, oh, it's not called Avatar 2. It's Avatar Way of Water. But trust me, when they send us the files, they all say Avatar 2. And this is a movie that not only have been waiting for so long. The movie is so long, Shamey,
How long is it?
That it sounded like I'm setting up for a punchline. It's 3 hours that we had to be a whole day late to get the review in. That's it. That's unfair.
That's how bad it got.
Yeah.
What are we doing? It could be Saturday.
It's nothing to do with the movie. That didn't make me change plans. Although it did make me have to, just as I was coming on to the Zoom call with you here, Shamey, I realized everything in this movie is blue. The people are blue. It's all set in the ocean. And the background was blue. And I was wearing a blue shirt. And then I realized there was just a floating head on the Zoom call here. Everything
should have left it.
So I found a pink shirt from my yuppie days and threw that on so I could do the screen. So yes, Here we go. Avatar, such a big movie. They're expecting it to make $500 million this weekend worldwide, which is huge. And not like big movies don't always open, America, China, Ireland, Australia at the same time. They often stagger them. This one, no, they're going everywhere today. It opens everywhere today. And they're expecting it to be so big. Not only weren't there any other new releases this week, there weren't any new releases last week either. That's how much they want to stay clear of it. And so finally yesterday, or actually Wednesday, I sat myself down, put on my 3D glasses and got to watch Avatar. But before I tell you what I thought, why don't you play a clip and we'll kind of set it up for everyone.
This December, the motion picture event of a generation is even better in 3D.
The sea is around you and in you.
Avatar, The Way of Water. Tickets on sale now, only in cinemas.
I have to say, it looks fantastic.
Well, funny you should say that. I was just thinking as you were playing the clip. As you know, I think radio is the greatest thing ever. I even think it's better than cinema. That's how much I love radio. But of one movie to play a clip of on the radio, this is probably the hardest because the whole thing is kind of like the first one. It's not about the dialogue. It's definitely not about the dialogue. So in the first one, we had this guy who was a Marine who had lost the use of his legs, and they have these special avatars where they get to kind of control a body, and he goes native with the tribe, and he likes them. It was Dances with Wolves, basically. Like that, but it was spectacular looking. In this one, he is now living with the family. He has 4 kids of his own, and the humans come back. And they're determined to get revenge on this guy, Sully, the main character. So he's to run off, and they were based in the forest, and they live with the people of their same race that live in the water. But that's blah, 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 blah. But it doesn't matter that much about the plot. It's a revenge story. The bad guys are back, and they're hunting him down. He's going to hide with these people who have slightly different ways. Will their kids get on? Oh, I don't know. This story, schmory. I have to say, I was very cynical about this movie. Yeah. I went to, it's been years. James Cameron has never put a foot wrong yet. But, it's a long time. You look at the story and you go, oh, I don't know. I was going 3 hours, Shamey. 3 hours. Yeah. I'm old. Yeah. And because I was watching the 3D,
that's a round of golf.
To make a cup, yeah, absolutely. It's not a round of drinks anyway. But we, I was there going, oh God. And then suddenly I found myself looking at my watch going, wow, 2 hours have gone, flew by. I don't know if this is a good movie, Shamey, but it's a brilliant experience. I had a tremendous time watching this movie, right? And I read in America, it's been very well received. In the British press, they've got some stinkers of reviews from kind of the serious papers. And, the stuff they were slagging it off
probably means it's good.
Yeah, kind of does. The stuff they were slagging it off from isn't untrue. Like the dialogue is very, you hear, oh, become our people and all that. And where all the Marines just go, hoorah, we're going to kick some butt today. And that's about it. But when things get going, when they're swimming through the ocean and the fish come by, it's spectacular looking. It is immersive. You believe you're in there with them. When they go across the treetops and dive, all the animals. And then there's a bit, it's done on, it's called 48 frames a second. So it's twice as many pictures for the movie as a normal movie. There's a couple of scenes where submarines, the water starts coming in. And it was actually quite scary and claustrophobic as you see it coming in. Because you're looking on the big screen, it's 3D, it's flying at you. I really had a really good time watching this. I did not feel 3 hours go by. Now, it really won't be for everyone. And
is it the 3D that makes it? Do you think? Or
I think the 3D is the magic ingredient. Now, I've also watched about the first 25 minutes of it just on a normal screen in the director's lounge, and it is still very impressive. But for me, the magic was in the 3D. And if there's some people who really don't find 3D comfortable, there's loads to enjoy in this movie without the 3D. But I think if you do find the 3D comfortable, that's the way, because it's almost like a fun fair ride. You could go and see this movie in Disneyland and it would make sense. Do you know what I mean? You're going for the whole experience.
So it's very like the first film.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So. And like the first film, I think in a year's time, if you ask me what was the plot of it, I'll go, there was kind of dolphins and stuff. But do you remember all the cool bits where the water came in? And the battle scene at the end is spectacular. It's straight out of Moby Dick. They're kind of hunting these whales that in Avatar land. And of course, like all Avatar land, the people are with one. Like, it's very eco-friendly movie. And then the bad old humans are coming to hunt the whales. There's these modern whaling ship, and it is spectacular. This is what James Cameron does better than anyone else. He did it with Terminator. He did it with Aliens. He did it with Titanic. You forget that when he said he was going to do Titanic and it was going to be about 3 hours long, and all this sort of stuff, people went, for God's sake, nobody's going to go and see that. Do you remember? People went, no, like 1 squillion Oscars later, they got that. Now, I don't think he'll win Oscars for anything other than effects for this. But this is, and it probably is, kind of what modern cinema is about, or at least 75% of modern cinema is about. Like, you and I went on about like stuff like on Collie and Seamie, and I loved on Collie and Seamie, and I'm nagging them to bring it back as a kind of best of the year in the cinema. But like, Collie and Seamie probably doesn't have to be seen on a big screen. Whereas this on a telly, let alone on a phone, what's the point? Like, there is just no point to it. The whole thing is spectacle and scale. All the machines and the magical creatures and all that sort of, it is truly good. Now, if you only like, you're the sort of person who likes a movie set in a lighthouse where 2 people don't talk to each other for 2 hours, you're not going to like this. But if you like spectacular, and look, it's going to be playing all over Christmas. And, when everyone's sick of each other on the 27th of December, it's going to be a great one. Just go out with the family and enjoy. And I can imagine, like, I've seen a lot of movies, but I can imagine being an 8-year-old Collie brought to see this and put on the glasses and just have this wash over you. Your mind would be blown. And look, I am turning 50 next year, and this is the highest compliment I can give this movie, right? The movie is 3 hours and 3 minutes from start to finish until the first credits come up. I didn't go to the loo. That is the highest. Yeah, I didn't have to go for a pee. I didn't think about going.
Can I tell you?
The highest
is there a break? No, is there?
No, there's no intermission.
Is there an intermission?
No, they don't do intermissions anymore. But here's a tip:
right,
kind of all the swimming practice ones. That's the time to go to the loo. But the fact that my elderly body didn't make me get up and go shows you how enraptured I was with the movie. It is definitely 2 thumbs up for me. I think you'd like it, Jamie. But it won't be for everyone. But I
like the first one.
So if you like the first one, you'll really enjoy this one. Well, I think 3D.
Okay, a great film. You have Wonderful Life is playing in the director's lounge.
Yeah, absolutely the other side of the world compared to this movie. But it's one of the great movies. I know we talked about it before, but like, such a brilliant Christmas movie. It's on Saturday and Tuesday. What better thing? It's the antidote. If you're not an Avatar person, surely you're an It's a Wonderful Life person. I, however, am both. And I'm also...
Some people say this is not Some people say this is not a Christmas movie, but Die Hard is missed at Monday.
Jamie, the writer put up a thing comparing it to White Christmas, the movie, and it's more Christmas. It has more Christmas songs than White Christmas, the movie has 2. So it is definitely a Christmas movie, and it's more importantly, it's a great movie. Mr. Monday, €5. Can't go wrong.
Okay.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee-ki-yay, that's Collie on Movies. We'll talk to you back here Thursday. Thanks, Collie.
Bye.